back to Sledgehammer Horror, guys. I am Ken Sledge.
And I'm Ashley Sledge.
And let's talk happy horror.
So today we're going to do our happiest horror endings, or I guess the happiest you could get from whatever else happened throughout the film.
We didn't realize how hard this list was going to be.
Horror does not end happy, usually.
Usually it's just like a moderate ending.
Yeah.
You know, like a dark ending or a cliffhanger that leads it,
She survived, but her whole entire family's dead and all of her friends are dead. So
right. Some of these are still pretty dark.
Yeah.
But starting off at number 10, we have 28 Days Later. And we're obviously talking about the theatrical ending here. We know the regular ending is not, very happy, but when you see them at the end and he's been healed and they're outside and they got
making the big old sheet
and the
help.
Planes are flying over, helicopters, and they're going to get rescued and everything's going to be okay after this huge zombie apocalypse. So very good ending for some people. Other people like me prefer the other ending, much darker, but still a very, very happy ending to a zombie movie. Usually doesn't have too happy of an ending.
No.
So for this to have a pretty happy ending was pretty cool. So number 10 is 28 Days Later.
Number 9 is Get Out. And I know that everybody watching Get Out was thinking that this ending was going to be horrible. Mm-hmm. And
it almost was.
You see the lights flashing and you're like, oh my gosh, like he just killed a white woman, like he's going to prison. And then you have Rod T.S. motherfucking A. And you're like,
they handled shit.
And he handled shit.
I'm T.S. motherfucking A. We handle shit.
And you're just like, oh, I'm so glad that they ended it like this because of all the shit that he had gone through throughout the entire movie. I like the ending. It ended on like a funny note.
I do want to say that if you haven't, check out the alternate ending to 28 Days Later as well as the alternate ending to Get Out. Mm-hmm. Both of those are super dark comparison to what we actually got. So if you haven't seen those, check them out. I will link them down in the description as well. Coming in at number 8, we have a movie that Ashley and I fucking loved, and we did not expect to love it as much as we did. This is the sci-fi original Slumber Party Massacre remake from 2021. You instantly fall in love with the characters.
Such a fun movie.
It is such a fun movie. I laughed a lot. Mm-hmm. There was a couple over-the-top lines, where you're like,
yeah,
come on.
This is part of your big feminist plot to get rid of all the men.
That was a really sexist thing to say.
Yeah, I know, but my toxic masculinity is kind of forcing me into it.
John, you're a man.
I'm a man.
You're a man.
Is that really what we're doing here? Come on. But overall, a lot of moments that really made me laugh.
They catch all these in the lake.
That's a shark.
I know.
And at the end, you have our main character's mom coming back and killing Russ's mom and saving the girls. Because obviously she had gone through this when she was young, so that's why the girls came to this cabin. So that's another film. If you guys haven't checked out, I know a lot of people hear, sci-fi original remake. This movie's fantastic.
Sci-fi original remake,
they did Leprechaun.
Sci-fi originals, in general, are pretty freaking good, actually.
They did the last Leprechaun movie, which we loved. Mm-hmm. They did the Slumber Party Massacre remake from 2021, which we loved. Mm-hmm. So make sure you're checking that out as well.
Yeah. So coming in at number 7 is Prey. I love this movie. This is one that I was like, sure, we'll watch it because I have to. And then I fell in love with it. Yeah. And we watched it on an iPad in like a hotel room.
Couldn't wait to get home and watch it on the big screen.
I wanted to watch it on the big screen. I was like, I really was sad that I wasn't able to go to the theater and watch it. I think it would have been an amazing theatrical experience.
Yeah.
But you have, it's Naru.
Naru.
Right? Yeah. And she brings his head, and she killed him. Like, she was supposed to be this weak woman that needs to stay back and
cook
and
be a medicine woman.
Yeah, and she's like, I want to fight, and she's the one that kills him, and you're just like,
the whole tribe like, that's when I got little goosebumps right now. Mm-hmm. The whole tribe is like, she's the one that killed the predator, and obviously they don't say the predator,
right?
The big monster, and she wasn't supposed to be.
No,
and I thought that was
supposed to be her brother, which unfortunately did lose his life. But it's just like she was this woman,
badass woman. Was she not strong? Extremely smart.
Yeah,
extremely smart. I'm talking about physically strong. Mentally, one of the strongest women in horror. But watching her take out the Predator.
Yeah, she definitely outsmarted him. So
with his own technology.
You go, girl.
Coming to number 6, we have Ready or Not. This is a movie that is just so over the top.
I love this movie. It's so fun. This is another one that's so much fun.
Yeah. But when you have the ending, her sitting out, lighting up a cigarette, what happened here? In-laws. I think it was and it's a fun movie all throughout. Yeah. It reminds me of, it reminds me of Scream in the way that it's so fun when you're watching it and you want more. And finally, we are going to get a sequel to this film, which we're both very, very excited about. But to see that ending, you just laugh. And I'm very excited / cautiously optimistic to see how they're going to continue the story.
Yeah.
But very big fan of the first Ready or Not.
I have an idea of how they will. That's for another day, but I do have an idea. So coming in at number 5 is Fright Night.
Another movie that we love.
We love this movie, but he saves the day. Little wimpy Charlie saves the day, gets the girl,
kills Jerry Dandridge.
Yep.
Yeah, when you have him exploding after getting the stake in the heart. This is another movie that I could talk about for hours. I think this is probably my favorite vampire film of all time. I don't think that's very controversial for me to say. I think most people know that about me. Me and Josh Miller used to watch this movie all the time, and I fucking still love it to this day.
You're so cool,
Brewster. You're so cool, Brewster.
Oh, you're so cool, Brewster.
Evil Ed is one of my favorite characters of all time.
His dinner's in the oven.
Yes.
Meeting him at Scarefest was one of the highlights of us doing Sledgehammer Horror.
Yeah.
Like, that was so cool to us.
He was awesome.
Yeah. So coming in at number 4, we have the OG Poltergeist. Now, as goofy as it looks, when the house gets, sucked up into nothing, the family gets away, they're all okay, they go to the motel, and you end with a chuckle with Dad wheeling the TV.
I love that.
So, and we get Carol Ann back, and still to this day, one of the scariest PG horror films ever made. So, love Poltergeist, love that happy ending here. So, got to give it up to Poltergeist.
Coming in at number 3 is Happy Death Day. Again, she goes through
a cycle,
the same thing over and over, and finally figures out what's really going on, who's trying to kill her. And also she kind of gets this redemption, because I couldn't stand her at first. Like, she was a mean girl.
Yeah. You're talking about Tree, right?
Tree, yeah. She was a mean girl, and she didn't treat people well, and then by the end of it, after dying so many times,
she realizes what a piece of shit she was.
Yeah, and
I love when he calls, "It's my birthday, it's my birthday," and she's like, and he's like, "No, I'm just kidding, it's just me." And then they finally have their moment of happiness there at the end when she realizes that it's not starting over again,
and also that this guy helped me the entire time when he
stayed
didn't have
with me
to, because
no matter what.
I was a total asshole to him in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 2, we argued about what would be number 2 and number 1, but wives always win. Coming in at number 2 is House, 1985. I don't think I have to say too much about this movie. I think if you guys have ever watched the show, this is my favorite horror movie. This was my first horror movie. This is a movie that has always been so effective to me, and I still love it to this day. I could watch this movie repeatedly over and over, but he finally gets his son back, and to see that happy freeze frame at the end.
The mom running up, and
very John Hughes, Breakfast Club, freeze frame at the end with Roger Cobb, and you just know, like, they made it.
Yeah.
He got his son back, he got his wife back, they're happy, they made it. Awesome happy ending.
And number 1 is People Under the Stairs.
Her favorite horror movie, go figure.
It does. I mean, the bad guys lose, and the money is flying in the air, and you have all of these people,
the kids,
the boys, they get free from under the stairs, and I don't know where they're gonna go in society looking like that. It's gonna be hard for them to go back and
they're gonna get some sunshine.
Yeah, they need some damn sunshine.
God, I love Fool.
But just when the money that the people that they took the money from, and
they're all getting their money back.
And it's just like, it's such a great ending to this horrible, like
Very
terrifying movie. That,
again, this is real life horror.
yes, it really is.
You know, these people that are rich just wanting to keep getting richer in gentrified neighborhoods so they can keep lining their own pockets when they're fine. That, you know, they're not living below their means.
No, and there are these horrible people that just think that they can do whatever they want because
whoever they want because they have money, and it's terrible. So those are our top 10 happiest horror endings. So let us know in the comments, guys, what are some endings that we missed? What are some of our endings that you loved? I would love to know what your guys' top 10 favorite happy horror endings are. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. It does help build the channel more than you know. And follow Sledgehammer Horror on social media. Our links are in the description as well. But until next time, keep talking horror.
Stay who you are.
And we'll see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.